Okay. Baby, I'm mine. Baby. What's up, y'all? How y'all feeling today? It has been a great week so far. We're here at Friday already, and I'm feeling good. So I'm hoping that you're feeling good. You know, if you're not feeling good, go ahead. Let's take a mental check-in right now. Let's take a body check-in too. Like, let's scan our body. Where do we feel the tension right now? Once you understand where that tension is within you, intentionally let it go. Sense it and then let go of the tension intentionally. And it may come back later on today, but as of right now, we're becoming more aware of our bodies just so that we can understand that we are good, we are safe, we are in a safe space, we are good. Okay? So if you have done your body scan and you're good, I want to just go ahead and welcome you or welcome back to another episode of Present Not Perfect. I am your host, Jeanite. Today, we are going to be talking about things that we really don't need to be dealing with. All right, so let's get into it. I feel like everyone in life has encountered or has been a liar at least once. You don't necessarily understand what it feels like to be lied to until you've been lied to, and you don't understand what it feels like to lie to someone until you've lied to someone. You will be able to acknowledge how that feeling feels, and if you decide to want to give that to somebody. So at one point, you're gonna have to be a liar. At one point, you're gonna have to be someone that receives a lie. Sometimes the balance in that may be completely off because you may be lied to more than you lie, and sometimes you may lie to people more than you're lied to. I want to go ahead and tap into different aspects and ways that we can build more integrity for ourselves. So even if we feel like there is a sense of I want to manipulate the situation, and any manipulation where you omit any part of the truth is a lie. So if we can go ahead and hone this aspect for ourselves to be able to really take in the differences on how we want to go ahead and treat people and how we will allow people to treat us, especially if you are somebody that you choose to tell the truth, you choose to be an honest person, you will be able to read the energy more frequently when someone is lying to you. It'll just be like, because of the fact that you are a person that holds integrity, you will be able to analyze when someone is not telling you the truth. It just happens that way because this is the seeds that you're sowing within yourself. So you are able to make that diagnosis for whatever the situation is that you're in. A lot of the situations that we grow up with, we end up getting lied to off rip. I'm not anybody's parent, so if you're watching this and you come up on some truth while watching this, you're welcome. Go talk to your parents. The moment we come in, we're being lied to. Some of us are being lied to in specific ways that the masses are being lied to, and some of us are being lied to in specific ways that it's like cultural. So like, let's say you have Santa Claus, or you shouldn't drive with the light on because then you're gonna get stopped by the police. And as far as the light on, I'm meaning like the light in the car. You can't drive with that on because you're gonna get stopped by the police. Although, you know, in some cases, I get why people would lie about certain things just to see that you don't harm yourself in a certain way. But you ain't gotta lie to nobody to make them do what they should do. So in every case, like when it's parents, when it's peers, when it's people on the news, like we're getting lied to constantly. We're getting lied to every single day. And there was also, it's funny because I'm thinking back now, I was watching someone on Instagram. His name is Preemie Sterling, and he's really funny. I'll go ahead and tag his name right here so then y'all can go ahead and check him out. He's really funny, and he was bringing up some gems the other day saying his top 5 liars, and it was just like, oh my gosh, like, you know, if you really think about it, these people, it doesn't make sense how they would be able to go ahead and implement these things in their lives, but we still took whatever they said as truth to this day and swallowed it for no reason. And he was debunking it. It was just like, oh, what? All right, go out there and Preemie. But yeah, we're getting lied to by so many people, like the government, like Let's be for real. So many things, so many places we're being lied to. And as people that want to hold integrity, it is a little jarring when we go ahead and take it in, and it's just like, wow, I don't even, if you're not someone that is a truth teller, you won't be able to understand how good it feels to tell the truth. You won't understand it until you become a truth teller. There's no trying to keep up with everything in your mind. There's no, oh, but she said this and then now it's this. There's nothing like that. You're literally a free being, just having your free thoughts, not worried about whatever you said 2 weeks ago, because you might have to keep up with whatever it is, because of the fact that if somebody else comes up and asks you, then you have to tell them the same thing. Here's where this stuff gets tricky though. I don't know if everybody, let me say it like this. I don't know if everybody's had a chance to deal with a narcissist, but I'm pretty sure we all have. And it comes to a point where most times the lies that the narcissist, and I'm using this N word so heavily right now, but I don't want to necessarily only make it as a narcissist. It's just the fact that it's very common within their category. But it's not only the narcissists that do this. I'm just stating these are certain facts. Some of them will lie so much and so strategically and so fluidly, pathological even, that they begin to believe their own lies because of the fact that the reality that they're creating within their mind with the lies becomes their reality. So they begin to believe more of what they told themselves and to other people versus what's actually going on. And that shit just be like, yo, like, how did we get here? So that's the tricky part, because then let's say you are in the middle of some situation with somebody that is literally deliberately lying on you, and all you have to go off of is your own word. There's not any witnesses that can really defend you on anything. There's nothing really to defend you but your word. You're put in a position where you have to go ahead and either fight this person as a defense, not necessarily like doubling down on the pop, 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 but you have to fight in a sense for your reputation or whatever it is that you feel needs defending at that moment. So you are put in the position of either defending yourself and looking crazy, or letting everything play out and potentially everything still being awry in the end. Most times people will choose defense. Most times people will choose, I'm going to say what I need to say because you're not about to make me look crazy out here. But essentially that's what's happening. We're making ourselves look crazy when we start trying to control the narrative that they're also doing, because they're controlling the narrative. So if you start to defend yourself in a way where it makes you look like you're implicated, then you will essentially become what it is that their reality has forced you to be. Versus you remaining in your integrity, you remaining as a forceful, honest being, staying grounded in that, not necessarily worrying about whatever the story that's being said or any other lie, whatever is being said about you. You just let it play out, because as you continue to move, your moves will answer for you. It won't be anything that can contradict who you are, because of the fact that you stayed in integrity. You stayed in your own being. You stayed promising and true to who you were in the first place. So if you can practice and find the strength within yourself to go ahead and be that, so much strength comes from that versus you defending yourself, because you're just falling into their spiral. You're feeding them, you're giving them everything they need to go ahead and make shit pop off on your end, versus you just letting them dismantle everything. All of the stability that they wanted to create for themselves on their end is not going to have any foundation to stand on. So when they go ahead and do whatever they're going to do, it's not going to stand. It's not going to hold any weight compared to what it is that you stand for. Your truth will always make light for whatever it is. The light will always come. The light will always come. Do you believe your lies? If you believe your lies, that's a problem. You're tapped out of reality. You're tapped out of what's actually going on. And this is why you're causing yourself so much more turmoil, so much more pain and suffering, because you're literally allowing yourself to believe something that isn't true just because if you believe that it's not true, then you can justify the way that you're moving. Why not just take accountability? And that is the kryptonite. That is lying kryptonite. Accountability. The moment that you're able to take it on your own and say, you know what? Yeah, this is what I did. This is what happened. Do I need to say anything else? Like, the moment you take accountability for your position in whatever the involvement is, you literally take your power back. You put that into motion. That honesty will projectile you into so many different situations where it's like people find themselves being able to trust you. They find themselves not being fearful of putting their trust in you because of the fact that, okay, with whatever has happened, you have remained the same. Nothing has shifted you from who you thought you were and who other people thought you were to who you are. Nothing has shifted because you are who you are. You the real is. So even if you're in and it makes it tricky, it makes it tricky because you want to joke around. You want to be able to play games with people, not games, games as in I'm just joking around. Those can happen. You don't have to feel so heavily on that unless everybody just expects you to freaking be with a stick up your ass. But, to each his own. And to each her own. If you are somebody that is able to go ahead and make a joke, but then come with the truth, when it's a serious situation and it's the truth coming from you, and years down the line, there's a question that comes in and it's that's the same thing that's coming out of your mouth. Do you know how much weight that holds for somebody? And you normally don't even understand the impact that you have on people when you move in these ways, because it's just how you are. I remember my friend, he was and this time I was in college, right? And I needed help for rent money or something. I needed $200 extra. And I asked my friend to go ahead and let me borrow $200 from him. I'm not even sure what happened, but I told him I wasn't going to be able to get him the $200 when I thought I would be able to, but I was going to go ahead and keep him updated so that I would be able to get it to him, because he also had his stuff to do with his money, right? So I just wanted to be transparent and also update, not just leaving him in the wind if I'm not able to do what I thought I would be able to do. I took accountability for the fact that I wouldn't be able to do it, but I appreciated him for still helping me out. Turns out I was able to go ahead and give it to him the time that I said I would be able to give it to him. I don't know what happened in order for that to happen. Maybe I was just put on test by the universe to go ahead and see how I would handle the situation, and I passed, and it just came through in the time that it needed to come through. From that moment, when I gave it to him, and that settled with him. That settled with him, and it was just something that he held on as a trademark of my character. I'm somebody that he can trust. When it comes to money, when it comes to just updating somebody on anything, it just encompassed so much within that one situation, that one involvement with me, that really stood and cultivated a nice foundation for him to know who I am as a friend in his life. And I completely forgot about that. I was just moving on with my life. That didn't mean as much to me as it did to him, because it wasn't something that I felt mattered. But it mattered in order for him to realize who I was in his life. And a couple of years down the line, he told me that is exactly what made him realize that I was a good friend for him, that I was somebody stable for him. And that was what? I don't even know what that was, but okay, I guess I'm happy, and that has been something that I honestly had struggled. I remember telling my best friends it's been a year ago actually, because I was having a time. I was having a moment where it was just I'll probably go into another video about that, but I was having a conversation, and it was just I'm somebody that fears not being trusted. And that was a moment where I had to really take that in, because it was a therapy session, low key, because I hadn't really said that aloud before. And I didn't notice that I was actually dealing with that in myself. I'm actually fearful that people won't trust me because I've dealt with so many liars in my life that I feel it's easy to lie it's so easy for people to lie. So if there's so many people lying anyway, they obviously could think that I'm lying about something even if I'm not, and I hate that feeling. So if I could go ahead and make somebody feel like I'm not lying to them, how can I do that? And there's no controlling it. There's literally you just being you just being honest, and whatever unfolds from that, you take it and you move on with it, because then years down the line, something will happen that will validate, it will vindicate everything that you've been on. That truth, that honesty, that integrity will bring you so much further than you trying to manipulate a situation, lie about something, like control it in a way. It's just gonna be what it is. And that is one of the things that is just like, okay, so if you're able to take accountability for your actions, accountability for what you thought, what you believe, who you are, nothing can hold you back. No lie. You'll have to be able to handle the emotions that come with being lied to or being lied on. You'll have to, that's a different video. That's a different video. And I also made a couple videos. Go check out the forgiveness video that I made. That might help you, you know, but it's gonna take a lot of you really just taking into consideration the reasons why everything is happening. Because one thing that I've come to realize is that we give a lot of power to the dark forces, where it's like something is happening and we automatically are like, oh shit, something's after me, something's against me, somebody's sending me some evil eye, somebody's sending me this and that. We give so much power to that versus it being, okay, I asked for strength, I asked for patience, I asked for whatever you asked for. And if this is the way that I can go ahead and practice this, this is why it's here. We give so much power to the thing that is against us versus this is for us. And I feel like if we switch that, like if we make it something that actually empowers who we are, we can make better of it. So, you know, another practicing thought. Yeah, our accountability is the one thing that is going to help us really take hold of our power and be able to withstand whatever comes our way. Regardless of what it is, we can really implement this within our lives and become better human beings. That's literally all I'm here for, guys, is to aid myself and everyone else that comes across these videos, or the information shares itself from somebody that watches this video, like whatever trajectory it goes out. I'm just here to help everybody figure out the ways that we can really just be better in the light of it all. So here we are. I feel like I be like in a zone when I make these videos, because it's just like, wow, like I really want to be able to give value whenever I come and I give you guys these episodes, because I want to be able to bring the problem and I want to bring the solution. Sometimes I'm gonna bring a problem and I don't know the solution yet, but this is just me being present. This is just me being here with you guys and letting it unfold as we unfold together. So I appreciate y'all. Like, we here. Yeah. We here. Yeah. Like, I love it. I'm sure you guys received something from this, whether it was just a piece of something or the entire thing. I am grateful that you guys have made it to this point. If you have not yet, go ahead and subscribe, hit the bell button, and like the bit up. Light it up. Like. Looking forward to the next episode where we talk about whatever we're gonna talk about. I don't even know yet, but we're gonna talk about some saucy, maybe. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I love you guys. You have been watching Present Not Perfect. Ooh, I'm getting hungry. It's about to get time. It's time to eat now. I am your host, Mimi Jeanite. I will see y'all in the next episode. Do y'all hear my stomach? Oh my gosh, earthquake. Bye guys, love you.